All right, Tom, get about 30 seconds and then we'll be good to go.
You got it. Yeah, Lisa, on Tesla, it is above the breakout number, which was 335. It's currently 345. So by listening, you'd be about $10 up. That's why I have people stay with me a long time with those kind of numbers. Okay. So let me just welcome everybody here. This is the Genesis Hour, and we're going to talk about it, all the plays that come about because of the SPY, the gold, and oil. You get a good analysis every day between the hours of 11 and 12. The Genesis Hour, 12. Here we go. Now, the profits and performance shown today are not typical, make no future earnings claim, and you may lose money. What you will see today is internal audit from June 9th, 2023 through November 11th, 2024. Audit took real issue trade alerts from the brand new Genesis algorithm, applied a set of options criteria to them, meaning each option gain would be hypothetical using the benefit of hindsight. From the live trades, though, in real time, we've seen a 78% win rate with a 17.8% average winner and a 6.2% average return over a 2-day average hold period. See our terms on the Trading Pub homepage for more information. For folks don't know, I'm Tom Busby, and welcome. Always nice to be with you. And over the last few weeks, my team and I have been able to build out what might be the most hands-free trading weapon that's ever existed. Gotta have it. And its next generation smart algo created automatically sends you high-powered trade alerts on autopilot to notify you every single day. Genesis is what we named it and set the stage. Genesis isn't like your old-fashioned trading software or indicator. Unlike typical trading tools, which require you to do all the legwork, manually searching for all trades day long, the Smart Algo requires zero oversight. Each automatic alert includes everything you should need to trade on the go. Stock ticker, got to know what horse to ride, entry price, where to get in, when the race starts, and your profit target. Also telling you when you're wrong. Even get an individual chart on that if you need it. That means instead of sitting at your desk, wasting hours of your day hunting for new trade setups, you have the confidence and you have the chance to target the next win while out doing things you love to do. Genesis Algo is a combination of, I guess, my life's work over 40 years of market experience, all automated, all in one place. And it's unlocking a whole new way to trade the stock market. Like would have happened back on September the 12th. At the time, NASDAQ QQQ was dead in the water, not much to write about there. But thanks to Genesis running 24/7 around the clock, you could have hit the morning bicycle ride, heard that ding, read the QQQ is on the verge of breaking out over the next hour, 78% confidence rating based on real money results. Anyone could have set the trade with a few clicks on their phone, maybe invested $2,000 to go back to what you were doing. And sure enough, when everything worked out, extra 1,723 could have automatically been deposited in your brokerage account one day later. Gotta love that. Now, a quick $1,000 for one trade is great, but that's not even close to the best part. Unlike a lot of strategies out there, with Genesis, we don't need to wait days or weeks for the next entry signal. Genesis automatically generated these extremely accurate trade signals up to 5 times per day. Take a look at it, pretty cool. That means the smart algo literally generates an abundance of trade opportunities every single day. Just look at the 3 other trades that would have hit on that same day. September 12th, 76% gain on ticker GLD. September 12th, 164% gain on ticker SPY, 270 on IWM. You got to like the way this is going. Of course, it should go without saying that markets don't come with guarantees. There's no magical button for instant wealth. Our internal audit that overlaid hypothetical option trades on live trading signals showed remarkable results. But we cannot promise this will continue. So if you're looking to get rich overnight, log off, do yourself a favor. But if you're looking for an undeniable edge, a new way to trade the markets unlike anything that I never had before, then look no further. Because with Genesis, you always have a constant stream of alerts firing off in your back pocket to choose from. With tickers that are leading the pack and breaking out. You see, Genesis is designed to radically change when you enter trades and how you look at the markets. Now, most people believe buying fear and selling greed is the key to becoming a successful trader. You've heard Warren Buffett's famous saying, when others are fearful, sell, when others are greedy. Well, that's generally a great approach in theory. The sad reality is it's practically impossible for the average trader to execute. When fear is at its peak, the urge to sell can be overwhelming. Almost always turn out to be the wrong decision. And when greed takes over, the temptation to keep riding the wave can lead to devastating losses. So if you ever made critical mistakes in your own trading because you felt the fear of missing out or the fear of losing money, it's not your fault. As a human, these emotions are hardwired into your brain. It's a basic survival instinct. What you need is a way to overcome these human handicaps using a more practical, data-driven approach. One that helps give you a clear picture of when stocks are on the verge of breaking out. For example, check out what happened back on July 9th. At the time, the S&P was stuck going nowhere fast. Most traders would have had no clue if the SPY was about to break out or crash to new lows. But if you knew on this candlestick right there that the SPY had a high probability of breaking out the next day, hey, a confidence rating of 78% on the live results, of course you'd buy in. And you didn't have to be at the computer to catch the trade either. Here's the beautiful part. In fact, you could have been out teeing it up at the ninth hole, heard that ding, automatically received the entry signal with the stop loss and profit target criteria, practically set it and forget it, clicked a few buttons from the cell phone, watch the SPY hit a profit target the very next day. 73% gain on the SPY. But that's not even the best part, because the very next day, folks could have been in the backyard throwing football with your granddaughter, like I was, heard that ding, bang, bing, placed a quick trade, paid before dinner, time rolled around. 96% gain on ticker SPY. It's all thanks to market breakouts that happen during a very specific hour of the day, 12 o'clock Eastern. I call this time of day the Genesis hour. Now, so most call experts would lead you to believe that the stock market's dead during the middle of the day. No, 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 no. It's like watching paint dry, but that couldn't be further from the truth. Look at that data right there. Proves the point. When you're looking at here is a typical stock market return by each hour of the day. That makes sense. Morning hours, flat. Midday, where the money. In the afternoon, flat. As you can clearly see, there's hardly any money to be made in opening and closing minutes of the day. Just noise. Real money is made during the Genesis hour. And anyone who can identify the stocks breaking out during the Genesis hour can repeatedly target these quick moves. For example, look at the Russell 2000 small cap index back in June. Anyone watching opening hours of the day might assume that small caps are ready to head lower. Of course, knowing what you know now, you wouldn't have been shocked by the morning drop. But then, during the Genesis hour, everything changed. With Asia and Europe markets closed. Key point, the noise is gone. We were able to quickly see that Russell 2000 was breaking out. folks would have been alerted right away, automatically. Look what came next. Here it goes. 14% gain on IWM. Watch it happen again on July 16th, 2024. In the morning, markets drifted slightly higher. Not a ton of directional bias to base a trade on. But during the Genesis hour, Wall Street showed their cards and IWM started breaking out. Once again, the boring lunch hours would have turned into a massive opportunity. Just as Algo would have automatically sent entry alert on IWM right there, plain as I can see. And anyone who would take it about 30 seconds to place a quick trade could have seen 125%. And that's not gorgeous enough for you. What happened one more time a few days later, back on July 22nd, morning noise, Genesis hour breakout, automatic entry, built-in option, selection price, target all done for you, stop loss where you're wrong, 280% gain, take some of that. Now, 1,000 last trade would have paid out 2,800 in profit overnight. Pretty good math. Someone who was more confident started with, say, 2,500, could have pocketed 7,000 pure profit. That's cash that cover a few months of car payment, eliminate stress, simply an extra 7,000 beef up the savings for a rainy day. All from one 24-hour trade. That's got to get your attention. So you might be wondering why stocks are breaking out during the middle of the day, during the Genesis hour. That's something that really happens during the 12 o'clock Genesis hour. Genesis hour is the first time in the day that stocks are able to move freely on their own. You see, most people assume that the trading day starts with the 9:30 opening bell. That's simply not the case. The day starts much earlier with the Asia market open the night before, then Europe, like last night. By the time the U.S. market opens, it's totally cluttered and filled with noise. With all the noise during the morning action, it's nearly impossible to figure out what Wall Street was really doing, and nearly impossible to find out which stocks are really breaking out. However, when 12 o'clock Eastern rolls around, set your watch. Something really special happens. It's the first hour of the day that the overseas markets are closed. It's the first time that we can see Wall Street trading freely on its own without the noise from international markets. That's why we see so many opportunities during the Genesis hour, because the worldwide competition has been eliminated and U.S. traders are running the show. And anyone who can spot stocks breaking out during the 12 o'clock Genesis hour can then jump in ahead of what could be the next big move. For example, take a look at what happened back on August 19th. At the time, flat market going nowhere, not much directional bias. Genesis hour at 12, S&P started breaking out. Same old story. It was a clear signal that Wall Street was buying in that first real hour of their day, and the markets could go roaring higher. Anyone who placed a quick trade or front move could have seen a 45% gain on ticker SPY. Take a look at what happened next. August 21st, S&P was dropping in the morning, but that's just noise again. But because right on time during the Genesis hour, Wall Street took complete control. Overseas competition was gone. Markets were officially breaking out. Hey, been out with lunch with some of your best friends? Heard that ding in the pocket, letting you know that S&P was on the move, giving you the specific criteria to take advantage of the opportunity at hand. Anyone who clicked a few buttons to follow along could have seen a 67% gain on the ticker. Now, some of my best is know with all the trading, there's bound to be winners and losers. So never go all in on a single trade. It felt like it sometimes, but don't do it. Luckily, you don't have to. In just a moment, I'll show you how you're able to leverage these quick moves with explosive, inexpensive options that run max about $100 per contract. So you can always start small and aim to grow your account over time with Genesis. Of course, in order to get the optimum returns, I wouldn't buy any stock going higher during the Genesis hour. Instead, I'd want to know which tickers are the strongest in the market. In other words, the fastest horse, leading the pack, leading the breakout, the secretariat of the day. Now, if you've been following my work for any amount of time, you may have heard me talk about my custom built trading software. Has the power zone. And it's revolutionary too. My team and I built isolated stocks that break out during the week. Power zone takes into account multiple key numbers, including the high and low prices of reference bars across a lot of different candlesticks, calculations in each individual stock. Now, that tool costs upwards of $500,000 to get up and running, but it's been worth every penny. Whenever a stock crosses in the power zone during the Genesis hour, that means it's leading the pack and breaking out. Now, we can place a quick trade to let Wall Street do the heavy lifting for us. Once we optimize that power zone for intraday charts, I begin live trading it with my own money on the line, manually tracking each entry, each exit, and profit results. Hey, and you have to say the results are even better than I originally hoped for. Look at that model portfolio, 278.13, 78% confidence rate, with a stunning 78% win rate. But as impressive as that is, over the last few weeks, we've taken it to the next level and automated the whole thing. That's the beauty. That means no more time sitting in front of a computer, half dozen screens like I did most of my career. No more back of the napkin math. Your life just got a whole lot easier. The signal normally comes around 12:05 each day. Then we place a quick trade to take advantage of it, knowing that Genesis Algo is paid with 78% accuracy on live trades so far. For example, look at gold on September 24th. Not much going on during the morning hours, just noise. Right on time. You know the time now. During the Genesis hour, gold was breaking out into the power zone. Up we went, and moving the chance that gold would carry on higher with a 78% confidence rating based on the live trade results. Now, you'd automatically been alerted where you know, when I know, it's time to look. The ticker, the entry price, the stop loss, where you're wrong, profit target details are all included. You practically set it and forget it. Now, anyone who placed that quick trade to follow along could have seen an 83% gain. Now, I've coded up the program specifically target the breakouts on the biggest, most liquid tickers out there. I want to know which one is the fastest horse at the time. SPY, QQQ, IWM, GLD, USO. That way we can automatically target the fastest horse once the smoke clears at noon, and U.S. traders can take over the market during the Genesis hour. Then we simply piggyback on that move, riding the next breakout. For example, like the trade on September 11th, 2024. This is one of the best results we saw so far. Again, the markets were chopping along all morning, just like the data says. But then right on time during the Genesis hour, here it comes, the power zone. And sure enough, a massive rally came next. And if you had Genesis working for you automatically in your pocket, you would have heard that ding right at 12:05 with the entry details. Take about 30 seconds to place the trade, go back to whatever you're doing, and cashed out 24 hours later for a 266% gain. 1,000 invested in that one could have paid out 2663 in profit overnight. For someone more confident, start with 5 times as much. Hey, 13,316 in 24 hours. And that will happen again. And trading is straightforward as 1, 2, 3. Running countless strategy tests, working with the market data and sophisticated programmers to build this tool. Well, that was not easy. But fast forward to today, getting that simple entry alert to my phone with all the information needed to make the trade. I'd say riding a bike is more difficult than following along with Genesis. Simply wait for Genesis to alert me right around noon each day. And if I like the trade, click a few buttons, I'm all set. For example, like back in June, Monday, June 10th, no action on the SPY in the morning, but then during the Genesis hour, here comes the break. Folks with the Genesis algo would immediately receive the alert with all the necessary information. And only 2 days later, 87% gain on the SPY. And there's something really important to note with these automated entries, because we're able to, next day, same exact story. It keeps doing it. Tuesday, June 11th, like watching paint dry in the morning, no money to be made before noon. Then the Genesis hour, 103% gain on ticker SPY. And after unleashing the smart algo in the market for a few months now, After booking over 100 trades with Genesis, you're looking at a pace of 278% with that average confidence rating of 78%. I'm ready to take it to you today. For the first time this week, we've been offering it, and last chance for that best price. Genesis is the only smart algo I know that isolates stocks breaking out during the powerful trading hour of the day when Wall Street is in control, automatically generating alerts with everything you need to trade on the go. First, you get the entry price. Then you get your profit target. Then you get where you're wrong. All the information in selecting the option you're going to ride. That's the beauty of it. Right in the palm of your hand. Now, let me walk you through how a membership's going to work. Every day, Genesis will scan through the biggest, most liquid stocks out there. And here's the ones that I use: SPY, QQQ, IWM, GLD, and USO. Very liquid. When it flags one of these tickers breaking out during the Genesis hour, you immediately hear that ding in your pocket as the alert hits your cell phone or computer. Each trade with all the information, the ticker, the entry, where you're wrong, and your profit target. Details are all included so you can practically set it and forget it. Everything you need to target what could be your next great win, like in this case, 51%. I set it up to be easy, simple, straightforward as 1, 2, 3 to access these constant Genesis trade alerts. You can opt in to receive automatic Genesis alerts via Telegram. I love Telegram. That way there's no delay in getting you the next entry alert. The 24/7 members portal gives you all the details without downloading anything. It's right there, 24/7. Now, the Smart Algo Masterclass. I promised 2 when I started. We had so many people that wanted this. I decided to increase it to 7. I have one scheduled today, and I'll even walk you through it live. Be there. Do my best to answer any questions you might have about Genesis. You'll find a recorded version of everything that we do in the members section, even if you can't make it. You can expect an average of 2 to 5 alerts per day on average. No shortage of opportunities. Now, if you want to trade the underlying stock with the Genesis alerts arrive, hey, do it. That's totally okay. But if you want to target some of these big outsized returns like I showed you, you got to use options. So if you use options and new to options, that's totally fine. I'd rather let me teach you how to do it. You can use the most basic form of options available, call options. Stock goes up, you get paid. Applying these Genesis trades is no harder than shooting a layup. But for those of you who want to dig a little deeper into these options and other unique ways to leverage these Genesis alerts and target great returns, we have an options boot camp. I put this course together where you would have everything I think that you need to know about trading options. And you have it the right way because this is out of the school of hard knocks. Plus, I also threw some income techniques in there for those who prefer a safer approach. I'll even teach you my personal methods for selection of high-powered weekly options that are inexpensive but have shown the power to pay massive returns. That way, any new members who join today are equipped to hit the ground running right out of the gates. Like back on October 11th, $92 a contract, 107% gain, $84 a contract. September 12th, 266% gain. Folks, you got to have this. Someone, let's say, put 25 in each of those trades, could have banked $9,325. I mean, my VIP promotion programs cost 10 grand, worth every penny of it. See, I think the price tag would be more than fair considering there's something else, nothing like Genesis out there. Haven't seen it, and you won't. But luckily for us, here today, I'm not going to charge you $10,000 to get access to Genesis Algo. Let's get going. I set up an amazing deal for you as one of the first ones in the door. Now, before we open the doors, here's what gets me really jazzed up about the Smart Algo. Look at these returns, 83, 115, 164, and a couple streak days like that. Wow. I will rework the algo to alert us even when certain algos are breaking down. We'll know it, meaning Wall Street is aggressively selling after the overseas markets are closed. Now, along with these Genesis downside trades offer you a warning for some of your other investments, give you a clear-cut path to target some big moves to the downside. entry, profit target, stop loss, everything you need to take advantage. But let me be clear, the downside trades have the same profit potential as upside ones. And I'm not just saying that the biggest opportunities from study have been downside moves. Some of them have. For example, consider the 3-day market crash we saw last July. My Genesis picked it up. Each one had been a home run trade right there, 168%, 283%, 324% on gold. 2000 last trade will return into 84.80. Oh, this is fun. And then there's just one of the 3 downside trades that hit that same week. With the Genesis downside trade bonus included, it's no surprise that price of this exclusive membership is officially set at $4,295 per year, right there on the website. And that's how much you'll pay if you go to the website. But you're here live, so here's the deal. $42.95 for 1 year access. But right here, I got a few extra prizes. Here they are. Bonus number 1, $500 off. Right off the webinar price. But not just that. Like I mentioned a minute ago, Genesis has the power to pay up to 5 times per day. So I did this. $500 discount times 5 is $2,500. Take that off. Now you're down to $17.95 for complete access for a year. But I'm not done yet. Bonus number 2. This is why you got to listen and take advantage of it. A half off live webinar discount. For action takers today, absolute no-brainer for you. For the new members of Genesis today, I'm slashing that already discounted price half off. That takes the price from $17.95 down to $8.97. Now, if you want to be one of the new members that's joined us and get on board, be there for this afternoon, then click the link in the chat. He's going to drop it, take it. DTItrader.com/Genesis. Call 904-416-1776. Press 1 if you got any questions. Don't miss out. Go to DTItrader.com/Genesis. Now, once you take the best deal memberships, don't close the next page. On that page, you'll get a unique opportunity to convert it into a lifetime, no renewal fees ever again. Plus, the lifetime members will get free access to the Genesis Algo Indicator. You see, up until now, I've only offered Genesis entry signals on 5 most popular tickers, SPY, QQQ, IWM, GLD, and USO. But our team just published the indicator unlocks these Genesis signals on every single indicator ticker in the market. Wow. Starting day, you get instant access to it for free, meaning you can't find even more of these epic setups or even more stocks all your own time. But don't miss out. Spots will be gone, and we'll be done with the real best deal membership. DTItrader.com/Genesis. Now, we want to get you onboarded, and be there at 3, so we got to get moving. If that's you and you're ready to take control of your finances, welcome aboard. As a welcoming present inside your members portal, you're going to see another bonus valued at $9.95. You can access immediately for free. Special cheat sheet that we created, updated, and fixed where it got everybody's questions answered. It'll give you insight on all the stocks that Genesis scans in real time. And if you want to claim the special bonus, you need to sign up now. Click the link in the chat or give us a call. Now, if you're a gold member, you know who you are. Call in as well, because I've instructed our team to give you a bonus so good, you'll be jumping out of your seat. Join today. Go to DTItrader.com/Genesis. Now, question. Can members be receiving the automatic alerts as soon as a day? Absolutely. Once you get into Telegram, once you get into the private channel, Genesis will generate alerts via Telegram from there on. The platform is free. The Telegram is free, easy to sign up for. How many alerts can you expect? On average, they run 2 to 5 per day with a 78% confidence rating so far. Is Genesis for beginner? I think if I'd had this as a beginner, I might not be here today. It was so good. I'll give you 14 days to try it out. If you ain't loving it after the first 2 weeks, get a refund. That way you can have plenty of time to paper trade, get familiar with alerts, explore all your perks. My goal is to help you become a professional trader, manage your money the best you can. And will there be a master class? Remember, this is where I only offered 2 at the beginning. I increased it to 7. We have one starting in a couple hours. be sure to get your admission ticket to that. Now, I will be live when we go in these master classes, walking you through the option selection process. Now, I'm glad people are interested in options. Are they complex, confusing? No, they're straightforward. I'll teach you how to tap into these low price options that will pay percentage basis as good as they get when you get it right. Now, do we have profit targets? Of course we have profit targets. Do we know where we're wrong? Of course we know where we're wrong. I'll teach you my risk management practice plus additional tips and tricks depending on how aggressive or conservative you want to be. Do you need a big account to trade Genesis? No, you don't. You can start small and grow it over time. Join today. Go to dtitrader.com/Genesis or call 904-416-1776. Folks, get on board. We got an hour and a half to kick off this master class. I think that you got to be part of it. Anybody got any additional questions they want to ask? Let me pop here. Mike, I don't know what the VIP price is. Somebody might post it in there, but yeah, definitely go VIP. You get that extra indicator. Oh man. Can y'all still hear me? Jonathan, I hit the stop share button. What do I do? Hit share.
I'll just switch over to my screen now, Tom. Be
Okay,
fine.
sounds good. Right, right, Edward. And there's a good reason. There might have been one on the QQQ. I hadn't checked because it looks like it's setting up. But I tell you what I'll do. Anybody that joins, I have a bonus trade I'm going to put out in the next 30 minutes for Genesis people. And so get signed up. I'll give you the 2 o'clock to get in. Jonathan, remind me in 30 minutes, put out bonus trade for the Genesis people. Giving an extra start there. Giving a giving a heads up on a trade that I'm doing, I'll share with them. Fair enough. Yeah, I'll do it at 2 o'clock. That way we can talk about it during when I did it. Oh, by the way, I do bonus trades every now and then for people, as people know in my program. That's why they love what I do. Isn't that right, students? We go after it. We go after it. Anybody got any questions about this? Don, I can't do it right now. I got to do it after I get off the broadcast. Don't get tied up. It costs you money. Delay it. It's 1:40. I'll do it for you. I'll get it out 10 minutes after I quit. See the way we do our students. That's great, isn't it? All right. No, Jonathan, you're gonna post it to Genesis room, right?
Yeah, that's right. It'll be posted in the Genesis Telegram
Yeah,
channel.
so I'm gonna try to give you at least 10 minutes to get in the Genesis room and get ready. Look what Benjamin said. His first trade paid for the program. Now he's on scholarship, and he loves the idea he's getting a bonus also. Yeah, you're getting a bonus. Got a market that's wanting to pay you, I'm gonna give it to you. Won't be the first time, will it, John, if I come up with a bonus trade?
Nope, it won't be the last either.
Won't be the last either. I like to do stuff like that when I can. I mean, heck, that Tesla was a heck of a bonus trade. It's at 345. I told you to buy it at 335. You could have put $1,000 there and take the percentage movement on Tesla and add that to that was a heck of a trade. You did options, it's even better. Don says she loves it so much she just upgraded to VIP. Congratulations, Don. I talked to a customer this morning. He was having trouble getting in Telegram. And it was because he had the wrong phone number. It was from his old, where he used to live in California. And they wouldn't let him get in the channel. So you got to make sure your phone number matches the channel you're using. What do you think? Any other questions? All right, 5 minutes from now, I'm gonna tell Jonathan to release this trade. Got to ask him. I don't know. I'm sure he's got a good reason. Told you Nvidia was going to push in the earnings. Look, 145. All right. Well, Jonathan, I'm going to end this and I'll see everybody at 3 o'clock for the master class. 5 minutes from now, check Genesis channel for the trade.